Hey, I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to be talking about why you should do what's on your mind right now. And one of the things that's recently been troubling me is jobs. So, as many of you know, I am graduating this year, and people have been asking me, "Oh, what's your plans for the future? Like, are you going to get a job, like start your own company, or go home, travel, move somewhere different?" And the thing is, I don't really know yet, and I feel like that's a very common thing about, oh, you're like thrown into the real world, and you got to start somewhere, right? But I created this YouTube video, or I created this YouTube channel very recently, like literally like less than a month ago. And I studied it because I wanted to basically check my progress along my life. And I was like, okay, when I first started, I'm not going to have anyone pay attention. So I'm not going to have any viewers on Twitch. I'm not going to have any viewers on YouTube. So let's just do what I normally do. Like, if I'm playing games, I'll play games. And if I, um, do Duolingo, I'll just record myself doing that or like stream that and post it on YouTube. And, even if nobody watches it, um, it'll be there and I can look back and be like, wow, I was so great at League or so terrible at Chinese back then, in the future, right? And it's also a way to keep myself accountable. And when Boat Space started, one of the main things was Farza saying, hey, if you're spending time on something that nobody cares about, not even you, then why are you doing it? And, you know, I feel like there's merit in some of that statement. Um, if people don't care about it, but you care about something, then you should spend at least some time on it and see where it goes. Of course, I'm not saying that you should sink, 10,000 hours into learning something learning something useless, but if you have a passion for something and you really like it, you should do it or you should pursue it. And the topic I wanted to talk about today is there's always a million reasons not to do something, right? So when I first started making videos, it was, well, I tried a couple years ago actually to, start streaming. And I was like, oh, I don't have a profile picture. I don't have a Twitch banner. I don't have followers. I don't have time. I don't have uh, good video quality. Like, there were a million things that weren't going my way. Um, and this is true for everything in life, isn't it? Like, if you choose to go to a school or not, you can be like, oh well, I don't feel like it. Oh well, I don't have the money to, go on this trip. Um, like, I I confirmed that I'm going to Build Space IRL in SF, and even that trip like was kind of scary for me because I was like, this is a lot of money. I don't know if I'm going to be, friends for like a long time with anyone there. Like, what if there's something goes wrong? What if I get mugged in California and stuff? Um, but really, that's the kind of box that we put ourselves in. And when people say, oh, be brave, like get out of your comfort zone, there's specific moments that are potential life-changing moments, right? So maybe I'll go to Buildspace and meet, you know, my closest friends or something. Like I can't predict the future. Um, but what I can do is to maximize my chances of success, right? If I stay, at school, if I didn't start making content, if I don't try to push myself to learn anything new, um, or create anything or, do stuff that interests me, I'm not going to grow, right? So I think failure is, one reason that people don't really want to do something. But also success. Success can actually be a barrier. And I think a lot of content creators can relate with me on this. But I've seen a couple content creators in Build Space, and the first week, um, they're very excited, right? They're like, oh, this is such a great community, and they're all hyped up, and they have a lot of energy, and then they make their first 5 videos in those 3 weeks, and every single video, it gets more and more attention, but you know keeping that energy up is very, very hard, right? And life is a marathon, right? It doesn't stop. Like, even if you want to rest, the next day is going to come in 24 hours. So for me, I didn't really have that pop off kind of trend where I went from like 0 to, 1,000 subscribers or anything. But I am really happy with how many people are checking out my content and maybe listening or learning something new. Because, even though my numbers went down, if you really look at them, or I rationalize it to myself. I don't know if I'm comforting myself with too much, but I got 500 unique viewers in week 2 and 300 plus unique viewers in week 3. And that might not sound like a lot because a lot of YouTube channels are like, oh, 1 million views, 500,000 views, 300,000 views. But to me, like, 500 people is a lot. Like, you could fill an assembly room with that many people. Like, my graduating class of high school was only 800 people. And to know that I've, 800 people, some of them repeating, but 800 people about have watched my videos in the past month. And that's more than, I really expected out of, such a short time frame. So making videos is my passion right now, or my indulgence, and I'm pretty sure you all have, your own thing that's on your mind, and yeah, I'm here to be one reason against your million reasons not to start, to just start and do it and have fun with it. And if you fail, you fail, and that will just make the next time starting even easier. Thanks for the time and attention. I'll see you around.